So in this lesson, I want to talk to you about something I'm very passionate about, and I know you've seen me talk about in a variety of channels, and that's being a producer. See, I think this is the thing that we have to embrace as an entrepreneur. When we choose to become a business owner, we're basically saying, I want to take responsibility for my outcomes. I'm not going to sit back and wait on other people to take care of me, to provide opportunities to me. I'm going to go out and produce those things. But I think that we see that on day one, and we're excited about the overarching prospect of that. But when it comes to the practical application of it, I don't know that we always stay on track, right? We get caught up in the day-to-day of what we're doing, and we think, okay, well, I've already got these clients, so my number one responsibility is to fulfill my obligations to them, the people that are paying me, which is true. That's 100% true. And then I've got, bills to pay and calls to return and fires to put out and the administrative responsibilities that come with running a business, or the operational responsibilities. And we forget that the burden falls on us to produce the outcomes that we want. And so it's very easy to sit back and wait for the phone to ring or inquiries to come in about what you have to offer. And I see this all the time. I mean, I can think of so many years in my dad's small business. See, my dad owns an auto repair business that's been around for about 30 years, and he's done fine. But he is very much the technician, like so many of the people in our industry are, and is happy to be under the hood of a car and has been for 30 years. And so, if I ask him how things are going, the default answer for at least a decade was, things are slow, nothing's moving in this town, the economy's down, the phone hasn't been ringing. Well, as a business owner, it's our responsibility to make the phone ring, right? It's our responsibility to drive business in the door. And I think it's so easy to lose track of that, especially because for the bulk of our life, we have kind of forced production, right? We go to school, and there are assignments that are due. Your homework is due on a certain date. There's a test due on a certain date. You have to show up to practice to play on a particular team. You've got all these obligations, and then most people after school, they're kind of conditioned to go work in a job where same thing happens, right? The obligations that you have to meet are placed on you, and you're held accountable to meet those obligations. And a lot of things are done for you. So many jobs, health insurance is provided for you. Vacation time is provided for you. Sick days are provided for you. The job description is crafted for you to follow. If you want retirement, so many jobs. I know when I worked at a state university, that was kind of, it was done for you. I remember going into human resources and them saying, okay, what type of investment mentality do you have? Is it aggressive? Is it moderate? Is it conservative? And helping you kind of pick your retirement planning path that way. And that was it. So now it all falls to us. As a business owner, we're saying, no, you know what? That was nice. It's great that people have less responsibility that way and more security, but they don't have as much opportunity. So I'm choosing a different path. I'm choosing the path of greater opportunity, but with that comes the responsibility to produce the outcomes that I want. Now, for me, that's music to my ears. That is exactly what I want. And if I think back in my time as even a college baseball coach, I had a conversation with a good friend this morning, and he was kind of joking because he works with a lot of baseball coaches. He said, the baseball coaches that I see, they're not business guys. And I said, if I look back, I was probably more of a business guy being a baseball coach than a baseball coach becoming a business guy, because the way that I approach some of those things, me taking more of that producer mindset. So I think that for us, we have to embrace that every day. If we want an outcome, It's our job to produce it. And I don't mean just numbers, right? Just sales, because a lot of times when somebody thinks of production, they think of sales production. But if you want your clients to have a great experience, it all comes back to you, right? Everything kind of rolls uphill when you're the business owner. The responsibility of producing that experience falls to you. If you want great staff members, that falls to you too. Your job is to hire those people, to set them up to succeed, to develop them and hold them accountable. If you want more clientele, more revenue, a higher profit margin, it's your job to create it, to develop that. If you want more time off, well, eventually you're the one who has to say no and decide to step away and empower somebody else to take on the times that you had been training. You know, if you want paid vacation days, paid sick days, if you want retirement, again, it falls to you. Like, I think in my own business, for example, yesterday I got a notification from my health insurance provider. For the second consecutive year, my health insurance provider would cancel, like a different health insurance provider would cancel my health insurance as a business owner, just because, you know, that's kind of the whole affordable care stuff and the exchange. And sometimes health insurance companies decide that it doesn't make financial sense for them to provide in certain markets. That's fine, but it's my job now to go seek new health insurance. It's not something that I can trust the university that I worked at to take care of. So that's okay. I embrace that. And to be honest, the only way you're going to thrive as a business owner is for you to embrace that too. For you to say, look, the trade-off works and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about my ability to produce better outcomes than my competition and to produce outcomes that get really darn close to what my ideal is, what my ideal business, what my ideal life is. So if you haven't embraced that, do it now. And if you don't, like, I know that one of the things that we do is the producer challenge, where there's daily accountability for 42 days. And that's just to push people to produce more sales. Find accountability, be it accountability to yourself, where you're tracking things and checking in with yourself each week. Like for me, every weekend I review my progress from the previous week and measure it against what my goals were. And then I set my goals for the following week, review that following weekend. So find accountability, yourself, an accountability partner, be part of a mastermind group. You know, use that however you need to, but make sure that you're moving forward and not just drifting to whatever outcome kind of comes along, right? We need to know where we're trying to go, and we need to produce the things that it takes to get there. But if you do that, this becomes one of the greatest professions, the greatest jobs or opportunities in the world, because you truly can go get most anything you want. Sure, you know, I mean, there are certain things that may be beyond our reach. I'm probably never going to play in the NBA or anything like that, but within reason, you know, as an entrepreneur, I can go do what I want to do. I can create the lifestyle that I want to create. I can create the type of impact that I want to earn, and I can really, you know, have the impact I want to have in the market. And that's on me. If I want to take more vacation days, it's on me, and it's on you too. So embrace the producer mindset. If you do, it's a true game changer, and it can be the catalyst to you building your ideal business.